everybody, it's Big Plays Dota coming at you. Just a high-level bracket that I'm casting for somebody on Reddit, and he said it's an entertaining game, so here we go. Right now, it's an all-pick game, so not everybody's picked yet, but immediately we see a Nyx Assassin, a Juggernaut, and a Keeper of the Light. I'm expecting Keeper of the Light to go in the offlane with somebody. Oh god, is Nyx going mid? I don't see this ending well, especially not when they have a Queen of Pain. Nyx was recently buffed, but I don't think it's going to be enough to compensate. He still has a really weak laning presence. Looks like Juggernaut and Necrolite and Bane were picked up on the enemy team, and Rubik was just picked up on, this, not Sentinel, Radiant. We'll see how they end up laning this. I'm expecting Bounty Hunter to maybe go and solo the hard lane. That's a possibility, but if they have enough support where they... Oh, ooh, that's interesting, a Pudge. We'll see how they... It looks like Queen of Pain is definitely going mid. No early shenanigans, no team roaming or anything. So if Queen of Pain is going mid and Bane is going top, the best would probably still be the Pudge, because Juggernaut can just do a lot, or a Bounty Hunter can do a lot better in the offlane just because of his invisibility. Oh, is this going to be a tri-lane? Oh, interesting. Not something you see all the time, a Bane, Pudge, Necrolite tri-lane. I don't know how well this is going to work. Bane is going to need to do some serious pulling if he wants to get anything done. But we'll see how this plays out. Bounty Hunter is going in the offlane, not super surprising. Keeper of the Light going in the offlane, really not that surprising. Looks like we're going to have Rubik Juggernaut bottom, which is a pretty safe lane. Juggernaut has an early invisibility rune here, but Rubik doesn't really have anything to get him that first blood. Ooh. Wow, looks like Keeper of the Light already taking some harass. Bane already used his Nightmare, and it looks like he'll be just fine, because 315 base damage is totally, or base movement speed is totally imbalanced. 315 base damage would be pretty imbalanced. And Bounty Hunter just, oh, is Juggernaut finally going to engage? I'm not sure why he isn't trying to get experience, but wow, it's just the Invis Club down here. Oh, but Rubik is so smart, actually buying a ward. Poor Bounty Hunter. But in a way, this is kind of good because they could see him coming, kind of, but they don't actually have a ward up, so the vision is kind of, or the reveal is kind of not that great. Although, ooh, the Shrek is down here too, so it's a tri-lane versus a tri-lane. This Bounty Hunter is going to get no farm whatsoever. He goes anywhere near, and he gets pulled up by telekinesis, instantly going to be followed up by a split earth, and is probably just going to get killed. Meanwhile, in mid, let's check out the farm. Queen of Pain is 5-2, and Nyx is 1-0, so
denied.
Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. And I'm not really surprised, because like I said, Nyx has no presence in the lane. Like, he can go up and maybe Mana Burn her or something, but she can just get out of there. Mana Burn, not that effective when you only have 30 intelligence. Meanwhile, this Keeper of the Light, just trying to do something. He has 0 and 0. He is just getting absolutely just dominated by this lane. I'm kind of surprised he isn't trying to get some last hits from afar, but at the same time, I can see why he wouldn't want to push the lane further away. Meanwhile, Bane's just doing the smart thing and trying to pull the camp here. It looks like he got the stack off, so this will be pretty effective in getting these guys a bunch of experience. Looks like Bounty Hunter is going to pick up this double damage. Oh, we'll see how this... Oh, Bounty Hunter grabbed it. Oh, good night for you, Nyx. Jajinda. Oh, a stun. He's too slow, though. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Oh, unless Bounty Hunter, decides to pussy out. He had the double damage. And the Windwalk, huh. I was expecting that to go quite differently. It looks like they finally put the other ward down in the lane, so Bounty Hunter really needs to be, like, in this area here. There's just nowhere else for him to sit safely. And of course, Queen of Pain just dominating this lane. 3-0 to 13-10. This guy's gonna have no mid-game presence if Queen of Pain is just gonna keep stealing all his farm. Getting a little bit aggressive. Kind of close to the tower, especially when you don't know where Bounty Hunter is. Speaking of not knowing where Bounty Hunter is, we might see our first blood here if Queen of Pain is on the ball. Bounty Hunter, Jajinda. And we're going to see the Scream in a second, and that's first blood. pretty well played. I'm kind of surprised he was being that aggressive when he was that low and the bounty hunter was gone. I mean, they don't have vision here per se. They have a little... Oh, no, they don't even have a little bit of vision here. Really well warded by the enemy. Good idea to try and block this pull camp, but it doesn't seem to be what they're doing, so... This is really bad because you have this team up here who is pulling, and they're going to get a lot of extra experience from these creeps, especially for this guy who's level 3, Necrolight's farming, level 3, Pudge is level 3. Meanwhile, the Shrek level 2, and Rubik level 2, the pulling is really quite the experience advantage, and it looks like we have Pudge coming in for a gank on this Nyx. It's one hook and he's gone, and this is why Nyx is not great. There's nothing he has to get away from that, at least not until he hits 6. Little bit of rage coming. Or not yet anyways.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Again, more pulling action.
Is under attack.
This well, it's not taking too much damage, but I find if you pull too much, this tower ends up being a little bit too beaten up and you can't quite defend it as easily. That buffer of health can be really handy sometimes. Is Bane setting up for a gank here? He just oh no, Keeper is doing the smart thing and backing off. Pudge pulling the easy camp. You don't really see this all that often from Dire, and I'm not surprised if we'll go and farm this, but the problem with this is... Oh, no, it looks like he did pull the camp. The problem with this is, of course, is we're gonna see the lane get, like, super pushed, because neither... if this guy were to move a little bit, this camp would stack, but these camps aren't gonna stack. This camp definitely isn't gonna stack, so... Oh, well, Pudge has been actually doing a pretty good job of denying these creeps. I was expecting way more to come out of that. Looks like Bane and Necrolight just chilling and farming and pushing Keeper off the lane. Bounty Hunter is doing a lot, well, sort of better. 3-1 now that he has no wards in the lane. But really, he just kind of needs to get his 6 and go ganking. Back in mid lane here, Queen of Pain. Well, poor Nyx Assassin. This lane just went from hard to nigh on impossible, because she's got 2 levels on you, and is a ranged hero, and is a good mid, and not Nyx Assassin. Feel kind of bad for the Sentinel team here, like, the Keeper is trying to pull the creep. Oh, what is he trying to do? Was he trying to pull the creeps? Because you can do it, but not at that time. Oh, Orange, you are so dead. It's almost sad. Like, that scream wasn't really necessary. A Shadow Strike and Pudge Hook would have been fine.
Murder.
Now that's on cooldown for 130 seconds. Not like the Sentinel is really going to be team fighting anytime soon here, just because they really don't have the... Well,
I am
the Shrek could,
so
but they need to get more experience before they can really go toe-to-toe with these heavy hitters. Pudge is almost level 6. Meanwhile, the Shrek level 3, Rubik level 4, Juggernaut level 4. Oh no, this is not going to end well. Oh, Bounty Hunter is spotted. Spotted by what, though? Oh, that ward. Probably just on the range of that.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, it's too late. We're gonna see. Well, Juggernaut can get out of here, but Pudge's rod is just doing too much damage. Oh, wow. I was expecting that to go a little bit differently. I guess fighting in the Diabolic Edict isn't really the best strategy. It really could have done a lot of damage, but I guess that's just the nice thing about Edict. When you die, it doesn't, and Keeper the Light might... Oh, I thought that was gonna whiff. He's gonna go for it. He really is gonna go for it. If only you had Mana Leak, that might have been possible. Meanwhile, we have Nyx, who's just gonna get killed again up here, because Bane can stun, and Necrolight does a lot of damage, and then Pudge is gonna come in. He still doesn't have his level 6, so he has almost no escape. If Pudge lands this hook, he's absolutely dead. He is so dead. Although, maybe Pudge standing in range of the tower wasn't the best plan, but at least he got the deny there.
There shall be shankers by the acre.
Necrolight, oh, you're so silly. But, see, this is kind of the problem, is because Necrolight and Pudge both need the farm. So I'm kind of not surprised he stole that kill. If he goes and picks up a mechanism soon, it'll totally be worth it, because a mechanism on Necrolight is just... so delicious. And Nyx is coming back up into the hard lane for some reason. I guess he was just wanting to let the Queen of Pain farm. But oh man, they have really let Juggernaut just free farm here. I didn't even notice that. 42 and 5. Really skyrocketed up, especially considering Bounty Hunter still has no farm. And he's actually out farming the Queen of Pain now. I think that's a pretty big mistake on the Scourge side, or Dire, sorry, DotA1. On the Dire, Scourge side. No, it was Dire, I was right. But, oh, looks like Queen of Pain got that kill, but, no, oh no, Juggernaut, quick Omni Slash, not gonna get a chance to blink away. She should have seen that coming, really, if he hadn't used it up until that point, but it's good. Sentinel is starting to get a little bit back into this game. Looks like Bounty Hunter is rotating mid. I don't think he's gonna fare that well against a Keeper who can just push the lane back and keep him well behind his tower. Farming for him still isn't gonna be all that easy. Orange is just hiding, waiting for 160 mana, or... no, I guess waiting for 75 mana. He does have the TP. Got pretty lucky, though. That could have been a really bad thing. Oop. Looks like Pudge hooked somebody, but Juggernaut was just able to spin away. Of course he's commenting on that. Yo, man, you guys are so terrible. But, we got the Queen of Pain and Bounty Hunter mid now, or is Bounty Hunter rotating bottom? I think Queen of Pain should just go back to farming and ganking. Because if she can get her level 11 before the rest of these heroes get any HP, like really any chance to get HP items, which is pretty reasonable considering you have 0 and 6 on Rubik and 2 and 4 on Shrek. So if they don't have any health by the time Queen of Pain hits 11, it's just going to be a world of hurt. Keeper of the Light, farming, I can't remember the exact term for it, but aggro farming the jungle, just pulling them back and attacking them, but he's putting himself in a really vulnerable position. If Bounty Hunter was only a little bit stronger, it's kind of his fault. He should have just gotten the 1 level of Shadow Walk, I felt. I guess he's not high enough level for Shuriken to really make a difference. Queen of Pain comes and takes the kills anyway, but he probably could have had a solo kill if he had been trying to get experience instead of ganking, but it seems to be working out okay for him. He really should have gotten the track off there, though. He needs the money badly. He's just starving. Bane just chilling. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. I think he's just waiting for the gank, which looks like it's happening right now. That is 1 dead Rubik. Bane's ult plus Jajinda plus Scream of Pain is just not fun. Keeper of the Light, gonna whiff, not gonna do a whole lot. Looks like there's finally a push going mid, but Pudge is coming to clean that up. They're really trying to pressure this bottom tower, but it's gonna be hard to break. I know Illuminate at level 2 only does about 200 damage, but with Chakra Magic you can still spam it and keep him out of the lane.
Radiant's top tower is
Meanwhile, looks like the top tower is getting pushed by Necrolite. No surprises there, like, Death Pulse just completely eats creep waves and heals your own, so... But, Rubik coming up to defend this. He's got Spell Steal, which, against this lineup, isn't the worst. Bane's got some nice stuff you can take. Necrolite, of course, Death Pulse is pretty good. It's not as good without Sadist. Reaper's Scythe, I wouldn't steal it if I were, Rubik. But of course you can get Hook. All of Queen of Pain's abilities are really good to steal, and Bounty Hunter's got some decent ones too. This poor Nyx Assassin. Oh, I thought this Pudge was gonna throw a hook in there. But apparently he's just doing the smart thing and backing off. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to pop his ult and go for a gank on Bane, because the Bane is just holding off the 4 of these heroes somehow, or the 3 of them. I think if Juggernaut would have span into him, they probably could have gotten something accomplished. The Shrek has a stun. If he could have landed it, that probably would have sealed the deal, but I guess they're just trying to play safe because they already kind of are at a disadvantage. Keeper of the Light just still jungling with his Illuminate. Bounty Hunter going in for the gank. Can't really do that effectively, though, until this tower is gone. But we'll see. Queen of Pain's coming in, so this might end up working out a bit differently. Pudge and Nyx just exchanging some blows. I can see why he doesn't want to go for the hook, because he's probably expecting a really fast Vendetta, but if he can get that Dismember off, Nyx is dead. Ooh. Too bad you can't spin out of that, but Leshrac is there to back you up. Ooh. Wow. That was kind of a weird Omni Slash. Unfortunate that it didn't bounce. Oh, Queen of Pain. That was pretty sloppy. After Bane dropped, she should have just gotten the hell out of there. I thought that was going to go a whole lot worse, but this Bounty Hunter, well, he really had no mana. But even then, he didn't really contribute all that much. Meanwhile, Juggernaut is still just farming. Although Necrolite is starting to catch up too, and he's not really a carry. He's kind of a very support carry in a way. I know that sounds weird, but in my opinion, he obviously scales really well with item, like a Bloodstone carry would be another way of putting that. He scales really well with items, but his damage output doesn't really increase. It just kind of caps out once Death Pulse hits level 4.
Top tower has fallen.
But he's still really hard to bring down once you get that Bloodstone, because it just gives him so much health and mana, and on top of Sadist, he's just always going to be at full. Juggernaut, oh, just buying the item, I'm just like, what is he doing?
Without consequence.
The Dire could really use to get a ward up, and Bane answers that quite well. I guess he didn't see Juggernaut, which is why I'm not really a huge fan of this ward spot for Dire. Like, yes, it gives you vision of this, but I find a lot of time if somebody can just slip up the cliff, it can be even more annoying because you tend to have more people running through here. Whereas this really only helps if you're, like, trying to avoid a gank. This more helps you for ganking. And I mean, Dire is at the advantage and have Bounty Hunter and Queen of Pain and Pudge, so a ward for ganking probably wouldn't hurt.
Middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they're finally getting a push on it. Decent enough. Oh, Queen of Pain just quickly thinks away. Decent enough cast from Keeper of the Light, but had Nick's Assassin just been a little bit stronger, well, had a little bit more base damage there, that would have been a kill. Queen of Pain, kind of lucky to get away. Just more of the fact that they've let her farm too much. Looks like they finally have a push going bottom for the Sentinel here. So, Juggernaut has his Battle Fury now, which is really good for him. Keeper of the Light, Tranquil Boots. Queen of Pain, got her point booster. Now, if she's going for a Bloodstone or an Agahami Scepter, it'll be kind of interesting. I wanted to go for a Scepter because, like, 725 damage on a 40-second cooldown is ridiculous. It basically means you can farm creep waves with Queen of Pain. It's kind of ridiculous. Clearly they have seen me before. I think it has something to do with the fact that a hero that's weak in a lane, even with supports, is generally going to be weaker in a mid with no supports against somebody like Queen of Pain. This guy. Juggernaut, they have 3 here. He's ooh, if Pudge hooks him, he's not going to be okay. He's probably okay for the most part because of Blade Fury, and Bane's ult is down, so he can't be outright stunned, but he's making the right decision, waiting for his allies to come. I wonder if they'll be able to hold this off. Keeper of the Light is going for it, and he hits him, hits Bane, and Omni Slash and Split Earth just finish him off. That was really not that smart of Bane to go for that cancel, because even if he cancels it, he was still channeling it for at least 3 seconds. So he was going to take damage anyways. Really, what he should have done is just backed off with his allies, because then he wouldn't have been caught out by Juggernaut. Meanwhile, all this is going on, Pink is pushing the top, but Pudge gets a good hook, and then Necrolite steals the kill, trying to run away, but Split Earth kills him. A spin from Juggernaut, going. Nothing from Leshrac to follow up, but Rubik stole Rot, and there's no way this Necrolite is getting away now, unless they stop chasing him. And looks like Green is porting back in, so autistic scream. This is why I sometimes wish I could hear the voice chat of the players. I'm sure this guy is just raging at this point. Bounty Hunter throwing kind of a pointless track. He just came out of his invisibility. Well, not just came, but he came out of his invisibility not too long ago. Looks like Dire is really trying to force this. I don't know if they can, because while their team is really strong, they can't do damage to Juggernaut when he's spinning, and it gives the rest of the team plenty of time to get into position. Especially now that they have 2 stuns on Rubik and the stun on Leshrac. It's just very hard for the Dire team to engage. Yeah, Queen of Pain is doing the smart thing and just saying, to hell with that noise. I'm not sure what Pudge is going to be able to do here to defend this. So even if he gets a hook off, he has 2 stuns coming, plus Juggernaut, likely.
Dyer's
The only thing he could maybe do is if Rubik or Leshrac were squishier. Well, Leshrac he might have been able to hook and kill him, but ooh, that was not so good. Just hitting the Juggernaut, who already has his regen. And it looks like the Sentinel are just farming. I can't tell if they're protecting their Juggernaut, which might be the case, but I don't see why they need to. He has the spin. Any slows they throw on him, he's just gonna... Oh, and Pudge gets the hook. If only he would have followed that up with his ult, that would have been really good, but... Juggernaut's just running around trees and made Queen of Pain steal that. Pudge is starting to build up some strength. 1385. No, it looks like the creep wave is just pushing mid. I'm surprised they aren't sending anybody to clean that up. I guess they're gonna try and counter push bottom here. I'm not 100% sure if that's the right thing to do. I guess it is because they do need to take some more towers, and this is the only tier 1 they haven't gotten. But they have a ganking team. They should go and gank, especially Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter should be doing more work than just farming the jungle. Because if they could catch them out of position with a couple of track kills, it would just be so beneficial. Meanwhile, it looks like the Sentinel are backing off, realizing that the tower is, well, dead and kind of a lost cause. Looks like the Scourge have really, like, upped their observing, because are they that scared of Nyx? I think he was recently buffed, but it was Vendetta and by like 25 damage. So it seems like a bit of an overreaction, especially when none of the enemy team has invisibility. Although, I guess Rubik could get it, but that, it's for Nyx. Yeah, this is the nice thing about having Keeper on your team, is it's really hard for the enemies to get a good push going when you can just obliterate a creep wave. Excellent use of Vendetta to farm creeps. Pudge trying to get a gank, trying to get a hook, trying to get something, but it's not going to happen. The Sentinel kind of know that that's coming. And they have Pink that they want to go and deal with. I'm not really surprised that they're not trying to push this tower, because if they did, they would probably just end up getting ganked. Because as soon as they go past this river, they have no vision. People can just come in and sneak up from the side. Looks like Pudge caught Keeper of the Light in the secret shop, but a good stun across the trees from Nyx is probably going to keep him alive if that Urn Charge doesn't tick him. Oh, Bounty Hunter. And he got the track off too there. Oh, poor Sentinel team got caught really out of position there. Especially Keeper, but not much they can do about it. Unfortunate thing is that this might be the point where Bounty Hunter can start picking up his farm, because if he gets a couple of tracks off in a big team fight, all of a sudden he has just a bunch of bonus gold. Yeah, 200 bonus gold is nothing to laugh at if you get that off like 2 or 3 times in a team fight. That's 600 gold right there. That's like an extra couple of kills. Juggernaut being scared, porting out. Looks like Bane are gonna. Looks like the Dire are trying to split push. I'm not sure what Rubik is doing. I guess just trying to farm up, but it should be Juggernaut trying to farm up. Rubik is pretty item independent. Like, I've seen people play him as more of a like a kind of almost early game, mid game, like a ganker type, like nuke hero, especially with all of his ults, kind of evolving into a big team fighter later. Ooh, another nice hook by Pudge, and looks like Bounty Hunter's getting some more money. Oh, good split earth by Leshrac. That's gonna keep him stunned. An Omni Slash and Fade Bolt and everybody's dead.
My blade
I think, yeah, he should just pop his Vendetta, get the movement speed, just so he can stun him. Because Necrolight's actually moving his ass pretty quickly.
Illusion.
Ooh, stopping for the illusion runes. That just cost you. That just cost you big time.
My flesh.
Triple kill for Juggernaut. Looks like he's starting to pick up. 129-10. He's definitely getting his farm. So he'll be a force to be reckoned with if they don't shut him down here soon. Probably going to be going for a Manta style. I can't imagine in play like this he'd be getting a Sanjay and Yasha. Especially when they have so many supports to slow and stun. It'd be pretty hilarious, but we're going to see a Manta style out of him. And to follow up, he could go something like, if he wants to be really Omni Slash damage, he could go something like Agahami's crits, which is always hilarious to see on Juggernaut. Or just go for the more straight up, I'm gonna kill you with Blade Dance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm gonna kill you with Blade Dance type thing and just get some hard-hitting damage items. I guess it also buffs his ult too, but the Agahamis is what's gonna take up the spot. Looks like a fight around the Shrek getting caught out. And Shrek able to get away because the rest of the Radiant team's coming in.
Dire's top tower is
That
under
could have been pretty
attack.
dangerous, but surprisingly nobody... Rubik got tracked. Now that is a good skill to steal because now the Sentinel has complete vision over what these guys are doing. Ooh, Nyx. Oh, well, he had tracked.
Radiant's bottom tower
Looks like they're
is
trying
under
to push
attack.
through the jungle and catch somebody. Ooh. Oh, Pudge. Blind hooks look way better when they actually connect. Just roaming around in the jungle, and what? Oh, is Nyx? I think he's looking for somebody out of position, but if he shows his face, he's just gonna get... He's gonna get something stuck in one of those orifices, suffice to say. Oh. Waiting around in Viz, it just doesn't seem like a good idea.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, that was not smart. Did his Invis just wear off? Oh no, Bane bought a gem. Oh.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is pretty
under
funny.
attack.
He's mad because Bane can see him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That doesn't even Invis to escape.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think he's just mad. Looks like Dire
Dire's
are gonna
top
get
tower
another
is under
free
attack.
tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, Juggernaut's gonna finally bring down the top tier
Dire's
1,
top tower has fallen.
getting him even more farm. And at this point, the only person who can maybe catch up to him is Bounty Hunter, just because of that track gold. Really, if Bounty Hunter had been performing in more team fights earlier, I think the Scourge team might have had the lead they needed to kind of push in and end this quickly with Necrolite. But Bounty Hunter just didn't really have that big of an impact. He was forced off of his lane too hard and just didn't get a chance to go ganking. Necrolite, yeah, he is going for his Bloodstone. I'm not surprised there. Pudge, probably getting, his, pipe. Against, I guess they have a fair amount of spell damage, but the problem is that one Keeper of the Light Illuminate is just gonna remove the spell block. Ooh. And again, Nyx, why are you running around by yourself when you know that an enemy hero has a gem? You know the Bane has a gem. Stupid Pitst. That's smart. So is Stupid Pitst, apparently. Scourge just trying to eke out some farm. I guess all the, well, I get eking out all the farm because all the other creep waves are too far on the other side of the map. I wouldn't be surprised if we see somebody rotate middle and try and clean those up, because it's pretty safe. Bane dewarding, which is a good use of his gem. I don't know why the Nyx, well, obviously because he was mad, but a gem on Bane against a Nyx, not that great, but it really is more useful for wards, because then you don't need to counter ward. You can just go and kill their wards and have complete map control. It's unfortunate that it's just this Bane here, because if Bounty Hunter was rolling with them, oh no, I guess he does have Blade Fury. But if Bounty Hunter was rolling with him, I think a Fiend's Grip followed up with a bunch of damage from Bounty Hunter plus a Nightmare would maybe be enough to bring down Juggernaut. He is getting mighty tanky at this point, and once he has his BKB, that's just not gonna work at all. I hear an Illuminate. Just farming creeps, never mind, false alarm. Looks like, oh, they're gonna catch Juggernaut out. Now, is Pudge gonna come in with his ult? Nope, looks like Bane's gonna get picked off by the next assassin. Juggernaut, Bounty Hunter getting pulled out by the Pudge. Queen of Pain jumping into their whole team for some reason. That was not a great scheme on their part. Oh no, what are you guys doing? Just caught out. I'm not sure why Pudge would pull the enemy team towards him when they're all there and all of his teammates are dead. This Nyx assassin, I don't understand people who get quite this angry with DotA. It just doesn't seem good for your art. You know, you gotta be positive. Keep your head in the clouds,
Dire's
or
middle
whatever you
tower
want to
is
call
under
it.
attack.
Bounty Hunter is not going to do
Dire
anything but throw a
structures
crack.
are fortified.
Actually, yeah, come to think of it now, that gem was kind of weird, especially because
Dire's
Bounty Hunter
middle
has his
tower
ult,
has fallen.
but I guess Bounty Hunter just wasn't in enough team fights. Ooh, Rubik really caught out there. But with Juggernaut there, he might be able to scare them away. Oh my god. Just got eaten by a crit. Poor man. Rubik stealing the track to counter Bounty Hunter's invisibility. Nice. I'm not sure what the Dire can do here. Because at this point, they're actually kind of starting to fall behind. Of course, the supports are really low, but I mean, you have people like Pudge, and you need this guy needs levels. Bounty Hunter kind of needs his levels. Bane could really use the rest of his Enfeeble to like counter Juggernaut. But meanwhile, you have Juggernaut and Rubik and Nyx, who are basically at the top. Queen of Pain is of course ahead, but that's just because she had such a good start, I think. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Juggernaut is just really farming hard. Ooh, wow. Has like 5,000 more gold net worth than Queen of Pain. What did he buy? He just bought a big item. Or his network went spontaneously down from 15,000 to not 15,000. Weird. Gold per minute, yeah. Ooh, he doesn't have enough for buyback. Oh, that's probably what he did, is just, yeah, bought an item and it wasn't on him yet. Huh. That's kind of weird. I think they need to fix that. That's kind of an odd quirk where if the item is on the courier, it doesn't count towards a hero's net worth. So that's what that was. Dire doesn't have well, nobody has buyback, so if the Dire lose this next fight, they're pretty much done. Juggernaut, of course, just carrying it up, farming super hard. Desolator, yeah, it's pretty good. I guess you don't really need lifesteal. To round this up, he could pick out like a heart or just go for like an Abyssal Blade with some raw damage to tack onto his Omni Slash. I'm kind of curious. I like the Desolator because it does Omni Slash will proc it to everybody it hits. If he gets some extra attacks off, which I think he can. I think his his attack speed is fast enough. Wow, Nyx just got a double kill. I feel stupid for missing that, but it was the Dagon kill, so I'm sorry. Pudge getting the hook, finally picking off this Juggernaut. Bane ult hold him in place, and that's a dead Juggernaut. Are Dire gonna go for Roshan? Because Juggernaut's down for 60 seconds, Bounty Hunter only 23. Though Bounty Hunter is really nice for Roshan because he has his medallion and his trap, which both lower armor. Necrolite just gonna go farm up. Both teams really just playing defensively. None of them want to overextend. Because while the Sentinel is in a lead right now, it could easily go over to the Dire if they botch a team fight. But the Dire's just been caught out of position a lot, which is kind of how they lost their early game advantage. Let's see what they're building. Oh, Keeper of the Light got his Force Staff. Just triple farming the jungle. Even though these creeps are pretty safe, like, they're on your side of the river, there's nobody around here. I guess the lack of vision is kind of a deterrent, but I'd still say it'd be better for Bounty Hunter to go and get some easy creep kills than... I guess they're scared of easy creep kills instead of farming the jungle, but I guess they're scared of Nyx because that's how Bounty Hunter got picked off last time. Oh, looks like, are they grouping up? Are they finally gonna go for the push? Huh. I want to see him go for the push. Go for the push. The push. Surprised nobody's trying to farm this up. Again, this is really safe, especially considering that Bounty Hunter isn't nearly as ballsy as this Nyx. That was a very delayed Dagon on Nyx's part. Surprised he isn't going the pro build though and getting Dagon level 5 on Nyx. Because Dagon level 5 is just fantastic. Both teams just trying to eke out as much farm as they can, but with Dire they're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage because most of their gold quite a bit of their bonus gold is coming from this track. And they can't quite flash farm creeps as fast. Ooh, smoke, so we're going to see something happen here. Whether it be smoke into Roshan, which is... oh, looks like they see something over here. Ooh, that Pudge as well. Oh, nope, spotted out. And he's a dead Pudge now. Bounty Hunter is going to eat the rest of this bravery. Juggernaut is going to proceed to eat the rest of this team. While Nyx is just Nightmare. Rubik stole Rot, the best spell for an intelligence hero that does 110 damage per second when you have only 25% base magic resistance. Not overly surprised they're not going for a mid-push right now. I'm not sure if they're going to try and get this push back off or just try and death push from here. Looks like they're going to try and go for maybe the high ground. Yeah, they're going for the high ground. This could be it. If this team fight goes poorly for the Radiant, they still have a pretty good shot. If it goes poorly for the Dire, it's over. And ooh, Bane just took a lot of damage from Illuminate, trying to get the Nyx assassin out of there, but really it's the Juggernaut that's doing damage to the tower. He's got the Nyx, but do they have any follow-up? Queen of Pain coming in, wailing on him, and here comes the Juggernaut ulti, and it's hitting a bunch of creeps. That wasn't really as effective as I thought it was going to be. Meanwhile, Pudge is grabbing, and Juggernaut's going to try and spin out, but Bounty Hunter just ends it with a well-placed Jinada. And by well-placed, I mean he just right-clicked the poor bastard.
Tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain porting in, trying to catch this person, that poor bastard. Looks like they'll make it back to base just fine. Kind of sad the Juggernaut got picked off there, but he's farmed enough where he can basically kill anybody on the team, really. Because none of them just really have the health to withstand up to his, like, pretty high damage that he's dealing right now, especially with Mantle Illusions added into that. Bounty Hunter roaming, he wants this Rubik, I think. I think he wants this Rubik. He wants the Rubik. But, no, he's gonna back off before he gets to the tower, obviously. Not a whole lot going on right now. Looks like Dire's trying to push, but if Sentinel would have gotten that tower there, it could have gone a lot better for them. But now it looks like it's up to Dire to bot the team fight. Sentinel just trying to play very defensively. They have a... oh no, that's a Dire ward. Radiant. I gotta stop calling them Sentinel. I'm very sorry about that. Sexy George. Nice. Just farming up. Trying to stay safe, but relatively hard when really a lot of the enemy team can just jump in at any time. I'm surprised we haven't seen Dire go for Roshan yet, just because it's quite a bit, not really that much safer. I guess their towers are gone, but it's still a little bit safer, because you don't need to be extended into the enemy's territory at all. It's just kind of in your little enclave, and you can just skip back up there instead of having to run all the way out of the Roche pit. Not to mention, if you can get up this cliff quickly as Dire, sometimes you can use the vision to your advantage. For a Sentinel, you just got a big open area. Pudge gets a hook off. Bounty Hunter goes to Jinda. Gets the track off. Looks like the Nyx coming in for some fun. Bounty Hunter gets another track off, but a big Omni Slash. Big old Omni Slash from Juggernaut just ends that. And Rubik picks off the Bounty Hunter.
Next time.
Surprise, it's me, Omni Slash. It's quite sad, because it looked like a solid gank to begin with, but you gotta get that vision. And this is gonna let the Sentinel do Roshan. They're feeling comfortable about this. The Radiant do Roshan. They feel comfortable about this.
Pain.
But the Dire kind of knows what's up. So, Radiant is gonna back off. Cute little guy. What is that supposed to be? It's like a little fire on top of a scroll or something. I don't really get what the healing ward is actually supposed to be. I remember in Warcraft 3 when it was actually just a ward and not whatever that thing is. Necrolite got his Bloodstone. Doesn't have all that many charges. Pudge watching a hook. It might have ended poorly for him anyways, because Nyx would have stunned him. They would have had no follow-up. Bane bought another gem. He bought another gem. Why would he buy another gem? I guess for Smoke of no, that was about to sound pretty stupid. You don't need a gem for Smoke. I guess you must have just gotten it back, but I didn't I didn't see when that happened. Probably when Nyx was killed up here, I'd imagine. Sentinel, are they smoking into Roche? Oh no, they know somebody's here because, yeah, they're getting revealed now. Instantly tracked onto Bounty Hunter. Oh, but Rubik, he got the stun, and that is a dead Bounty Hunter. And now it's a dead Bane, too. Kind of a waste of an Omni Slash. Could have waited for the team to come in, especially when a couple of right clicks would have been good, because having those 9 invulnerable hits when you're around a group of 3 people, that's a good, about 600 damage to each of them, not including crits and armor reduction. Oh, but Pudge pulls Juggernaut out of position. This might be his kill. Following it up with that Reaper Scythe.
Starts at the head.
I'm not sure if they're still going to try and go for this. I guess they can. The healing ward is still there, but I don't know. Looks like they're feeling pressured by this Pudge, because I think they think another hook is coming, which is exactly what's coming when there's a Pudge. Because the only answer when you whiff a hook as Pudge is to obviously either whiff more hooks until you hit one, or just get better at Pudge.
Radiant's top tower
oh
has
no,
fallen.
Pudge will not go down to his burst. He's looking for somebody a little bit more delicious. With a little bit less meat on their bones. Necrolite, again, extremely tanky with that Bloodstone. So, it looks like he's going, oh, even Queen of Pain with Agahami's in BKB. Nyx is starting to lose his burst. I guess he does have the 525 plus the 400, so that's about 900, but he doesn't have enough follow-up to kill her before she blinks away. That's the issue. Bane, he has enough follow-up to kill. But then he has the problem of dealing with Queen of Pain after that. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a pretty big mistake. Waiting until just after your Vendetta wears off. So, Dire has a ward to counter ward when they have a Bane with a gem. I'm starting to think this gem purchase has become somehow less useful, even though it was originally not that great of a choice. Oh, unless Bane lost his gem again. Went back onto Nyx. Nyx must have gotten a gank that I missed. Bounty Hunter coming in, trying to catch somebody out of position. Not gonna happen. Sentinel's too smart, rolling as kind of a group. If Rubik... I don't know, with Juggernaut here, Rubik should be fine. Fade Bolt pushed lane back, letting Juggernaut farm up, get his last hits up, you know, why not? 11 and 4, that Juggernaut is farming quite hard. Pudge, lots of assists, lots of bonus strength. Really the MVP on the Dire team has been that Queen of Pain, who had kept that Nyx down for so long. I think had they played off their early game advantage, they really could have taken it, but they've drawn the game out too long, and this is where Juggernaut is just going to eat Bounty Hunter, because Bounty Hunter kind of peters out. Sure, he's got a crit, but it's on a 6-second cooldown, whereas Bounty Hunter, 35% chance, but he gets off 0.66 seconds per attack. So, 1 1/3 attack per second. I would say Juggernaut's going to crit way more than Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter does have the nice minus armor, but he has that Medallion of Courage on a drums, and no real other carry items aside from that Desolator, whereas Bounty Hunter or Juggernaut is almost maxed out at this point. Track getting caught out, Spoon gonna finish him off. Not surprising. I'm not sure what he was doing this far when the entire enemy team was just right over here. Keeper of the Light just trying to farm up. Bounty Hunter going in, looking for some more ganks, and he's not going to find one because Juggernaut will just kill him. Nyx doing what he can, trying to farm these creep waves. I think Sentinel needs to get pick one off, get Roshan, and then just go for the death push. Either that or just get a split push going. Go push here, push up to here, cut through, and cut into mid. Kind of like this. Push the creeps up here, get the creep equilibrium going this way, and then come up here and death push into the mid. Necrolite finished his scythe. This could be game-changing, actually. Bringing that Juggernaut out of the fight for 3.5 seconds is a pretty big deal. Pudge whips the hook. Not like it would have made a difference, because Nyx Assassin would have been right there to follow it up. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain trying to farm up. I'm not sure what she's going for now. Probably another Sheep Stick, because 7 seconds of disable is twice as good as 3. Just simple math. And they might even need to push bottom. It looks like the Creequilibrium is already starting to kind of go their way a little bit. With all those ranged creeps, not to mention the dire siege unit died off somehow. Bounty. Oh, looks like they're going for the death push. They could just do this so fast. Oh, pulling in the Necrolite. He is dead. Omni Slash gets him, and then Juggernaut gets. Oh no, that was Illusion. I thought Juggernaut got pulled up there. 3 illusions. Gonna get away from that Scream of Pain. Has the healing ward. Doesn't want to get caught by Pudge, but that was already half damage to their tower. Looks like they're just gonna continue to keep on and carry on, as they say, and head right up in there again. Queen of Pain, Scream, not gonna do anything. And Juggernaut's... Oh, no, gonna get Nightmare. I was gonna say Juggernaut's just gonna pick off this tower if they don't keep him from doing that. Oh, and that's another dead Bane getting pushed in by the Rubik. And this is Rax for the Radiant Seed. Oh my god. Unless Juggernaut gets caught supremely out of position, he's just too strong, and Rubik steals the hook, pulls Bounty Hunter back, and finishes off the Dagon. And this is an end, and this looks like about the end of the game. Pudge hooks a creep, and their mid-Rax is destroyed. Creep's already at the bottom, they're gonna just cut down there and obviously take that. I don't see how they're gonna be able to come back from this, so I guess we're just gonna sit here and watch them thrown. Necrolite getting caught out, stunned, and is dead again immediately. Queen of Pain trying to scream, trying to do something, but is just gonna have to run away. There's nothing they can do with the 2 heroes they have there. Yeah, and there's the unofficial GG. So we'll see them finish up this game. Good gameplay by the Sentinel squad. I mean, Radiant. God damn it. Because they were quite, well, not quite a bit behind, a little bit behind. And just somehow, well, Dire running out of the fountain for no reason. Getting picked off, gotta get that Juggernaut score up. One more hit, Juggernaut gets a triple kill. Nice way to end the game for him. I'm just gonna push in, and the... You guys gonna push in, or you guys gonna farm the fountain? You guys want to farm the fountain. Nyx wants to farm the fountain. Poor guys. This Juggernaut, I'm not 100% sure why he's continuing to farm and not just ending the game, because there's nothing they can do, and at this point he's just kind of... The whole Sentinel team is just wasting time. Radiant team. I don't know how I'm doing that every single time I say Radiant. Looks like they're finally just gonna take the tower. Nothing the Dire can or really wants to do. Everybody just hiding. Looks like Pudge getting pulled out. Doesn't get stunned, he'll be fine, but doesn't matter. The creep score wouldn't have made that big of a difference, or the hero kill wouldn't have made that big of a difference. I'm sure that the Sentinel's already perfectly content. Getting hooked again by Rubik, missing the splitter, getting stunned by Nyx, getting mana burned, and then getting killed by Dagon. Omni Slash into the fountain, killing Bane. I love you, Juggernaut. You make me so happy. Pulling the Bounty Hunter out, getting just immediately killed by everything. And that was the game. Good game, well played. Pretty fun to cast. Anyways, I've been Big Plays Dota, and this has been a commentary. So thank you guys for watching.